Hey, you guys, how are you? Kel, Adam, what's going on?
Hello, everybody. I just got to say something before we start this show.
Please do.
As you know, if you're watching us on YouTube, you know, but we are doing a video podcast. And I really tried to make my hair look good 2 seconds before we started recording, and it really looks like a mess. So I'm going to take 3 seconds, take my headphones off, and I'll be right back with you. Okay?
Oh, if you want to stay on camera, please keep the action shots
Okay, I will
alive.
do that. Keep talking, and I'll just make my hair look, I think, a little bit better.
Perfect.
Sorry for the interruption.
Okay.
It's all good.
Sharon, let's talk bad about him when he's got his headphones.
Yeah. Now the pressure's on. How's your hair, Kel? I think
There,
yeah. Well, there we go. We all took our time and did our hair.
That's
Fantastic. Didn't want you to be on your own for too long, Adam.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it helped, but at least I tried.
I like
Good.
it.
You look
like
good.
You look like a member of 90210, Adam. It's great.
I guess that's a good thing.
That's totally a good thing.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got another info-filled week ahead of us, or show ahead of us, rather, because we've got the Soul Train Awards coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And the Soul Train Lady of Soul Award goes to, we're not going to talk about it yet. We're going to talk about it in the show. How about we also tell you about another artist that confirms just how much of a blank show it was at Woodstock 99. Whoa. We're also taking a bit of a look at Prince Harry's new book. We've got Kelly's Trivia. We got a 90's Rewind. We got a brand new album and tour coming in 2023 for another giant superstar. And we've talked about her already, Shania, I'll just say it. But there's a bit more in the way of confirmed information. So we'll look forward to that. But Mel B is adding an official +1 to her list. And since it's nice to start things with good news, I figure we should start there. The number one story in our podcast is about wedding number 3. For Mel B. To hairstylist Rory McPhee. So she'll be Mel B. McPhee or Mel B. McPhee.
Will she take the name?
I doubt it. She's got to be Mel B.
Mm-hmm.
And did she take any of the other names? Was she married to Eddie Murphy? Yes, eh?
No.
No.
I think she took the name of the other guy, the one that had ended badly.
Oh. Then you're left with the name that you don't want any association.
I don't know if
with.
I don't think she career took it, but I think maybe privately took that business.
Was that Stephen Belafonte?
Him.
Ooh. Why was he bad? Remind me.
Well, remember, there were allegations of domestic abuse.
Wow.
I kind of do.
Yeah. And she has since gone on because she's been, and Adam, you're going to have to Google this for me because I'm going to mess it up. But like she has gotten some kind of distinction, if memory serves, from the royal family for her advocacy towards domestic like abuse and like helping,
Wow.
domestic abuse victims. So
she's used her power for good, which we love.
Yeah.
People do that.
I feel like she was recently like I don't think she's got a damehood yet. Is that what they call it? A
damehood? I'm going to go with a hard no on that. I can't imagine Judi Dench going, I've got my damehood.
That was really recent. That was in last May 2022. She was honored by Prince William for her commitment to fighting domestic violence. Right on, Cal.
Good. Nice one, Kelly.
I just didn't get the damehood right.
Damehood? Well, way wrong.
You know what happened? Knighthood was in my head.
Maybe it is damehood. Maybe I'm wrong.
Adam, can you check that? Like, again, I don't think she's got that distinction, but she has a distinction. So
maybe the distinction after it is that you are damey.
Yeah. As long as you're not gamey.
Exactly.
Wouldn't want that.
What can I find on this?
Poor little Adam.
Yeah, she has been honored with a damehood.
It is called damehood, though?
Well, I'm on metro.co.uk.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wait, oh no, that's on Mel B. But yeah, it says Jonah Lumley has also been honored with a damehood.
Wow.
Yes.
I take it all back, Kelly. Everything I ever thought about you.
Can that mean that $10 I owe you for last week is
Yeah, we didn't have money on this one. I just was hard and fast with a no. So yeah, you know what? That's worth $10.
Okay. I still can pay you next time I see you, Sharon. I have it ready. It's actually it's in my wallet. The $10, it's there. Yeah.
We'll keep it in the bank.
Okay.
I will be wrong about something else. There's no doubt about that. I'm tired.
Okay.
I have a good one. Damehood just doesn't sound right.
It
Knighthood sounds
it sounds harsh for what
masculine.
it is.
Exactly. It sounds more masculine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
well.
I'm not so sure anymore. I don't find enough I can't find enough official resources to confirm this. So let's put a pin in that.
Okay.
Oh, let's put a pin in that. I might be getting my money back.
Maybe.
Yeah.
This $10 is gonna plague me all season.
Yeah. I'm rich.
Yeah. But very
I'm-
happy for Mel B. I didn't even know she was dating anybody. So this is good news.
Well, that's the fun thing too, that she it seems like she kept that kind of quiet for a little while, which
Mhm.
is good. I think when, you go through stuff like that, breakups or relationships that don't last or whatever, you're not so keen on saying, "Hey, everybody, look at me again," and she's pretty out there in the public eye. So maybe she got the hardest to reach thing when you are a public figure, which was privacy. Wow. So good for her.
By the way, as of the recording of this show, fingers crossed, I have put in an official request to get Melanie C.
Get out.
For an interview for her memoir that she put out.
Nice.
And tell me, Sharon and Adam, if you think this is gonna help me. So I sent out the email early this morning. So this is now 10 hours later, and I realized I had to send it to a press person in the UK. So they are 5 hours ahead of us.
Yep.
So no response on day one to my communique. But to add some extra octane to my communique, I found my picture that I took with Mel C when she was in Montreal. So I put that in. I said, I was fortunate enough to interview Mel C when she was here. Photo attached.
Photo attached. Nice one.
Because I'm hoping the press lady, the gatekeeper, as we call them, doesn't think I'm some sort of stalker or anything. So
have you dealt with this particular press person before?
No, that's why I'm hoping. But and it's funny because when I first started my podcast, you don't really have many names behind you, who you've interviewed or whatever.
Yeah.
But over the years, Kelly Alexander show has been going on for, since 2009.
26 years.
It's been a hot minute. So now I can actually add names like Alec Baldwin and Missy Elliott and Jane Krakowski and all that. So I'm like, please, good Lord, let
Do you ever have to do that? If you need any backup, please ask Jane Krakowski how her interview was. Or that you end your interviews by asking them, can you write me a letter of ref?
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah. What I usually do is I have this infographic for the Kelly Alexander show, which has all of our stats.
Nice.
In the list of and then if I'm really trying to add octane, I also include in the email, usually 3 YouTube links to said interviews so that they know I'm not lying, so that they can click on the link.
So that you don't actually have to write the words, I'm not lying.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it implies, though.
Exactly.
Anyway, all that to say, hopefully by the next time we speak, and it's funny because normally I, as Sharon knows and Adam knows this too, I don't ever speak of things until they're recorded.
Yeah.
Because, but I felt because in the spirit of Mel B, I should mention that I'm trying desperately to get Mel C. So
nice. Well, back to Mel B for a second. While we've been chatting, I've been referring to my Merriam-Webster online app.
Yep.
And while knighthood is in the ditch, when I look up damehood, it says nothing found. But then you look up dame and it says a female member of an order of knighthood used as a title prefix to the given name. So it's like a subcategory of knighthood.
Well, then they should have a damehood.
They should. Because
this sounds sexist.
It's the more I talk about it, the more it does. You're right.
Yeah, that's lame.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm angry now, Sharon.
I'm super mad about it.
Especially because you and I feel like we were only moments away from getting knighted by Prince William.
Oh, just moments. If we define moments by years.
For our service to the community of the UK people, clearly.
You're welcome. So we talked about there was a nice little segue that I heard and now I've completely lost it. So what was it?
No.
I know it's, I'm well, just forget it then. We should get to trivia. I'll collect my marbles and
Okay.
we'll get back on track.
Let's get out of here.
90s now. Trivia.
Bing bong.
And this week I'll do my best to not forget that there is a second question.
That would be really nice.
Yeah.
Alrighty. This goes under hobbies, toys, and games.
Ooh.
What is the name of the toy factory in the 1992 movie Toys, which stars Robin Williams? Yes, I had no idea. I never watched the movie, so I realized that's a first strike against me.
Wow. I kind of don't remember Toys.
It was a big one, Sharon.
I know. You're saying you didn't see it either.
Were you
so-
two out in the clubs at that point?
I might have been having a banging time at the clubs.
We're not talking about Toy Story, right?
No, Toys. With Robin Williams.
I'm not sure I've seen it.
I have not.
So
seen
anybody
it.
want to venture a fancy guess for like what could be the name of this toy company?
Acme Toys.
Yeah.
It's got to be something super random. It's not even a play on words with toys.
Yeah. So no. So the answer
No.
is Zevo Toys.
Wow.
Never heard of it. Yeah.
Me neither. So,
Yeah.
I don't think I'll remember that. If you
And
did
it's
ask
funny
me
because
in 2
I
months,
took
I'm
a
not sure I
quick-
would remember.
yeah.
When I took a quick
Mhm.
look, because I don't know if you know this, and I'm pretty sure I'm right on this. Robin Williams' daughter in real life, her first name is Zelda, I believe.
Yes. Yep.
Oh,
And so at
really?
first I was like, oh, does it have something to do with that? But then no, it was Zevo Toys.
Huh.
All right. So
That's the sound you make when you're pleasantly surprised by information that you knew you didn't know.
yeah,
Ready?
here we are.
It's this. Huh.
And Sharon, stop me if I asked this while Adam was off those couple of weeks. I don't think I asked this. Which
Sure.
actor wore a famously revealing dress? Did I ask you this?
I don't think so.
Okay. Which actor wore a famously revealing dress to the 1998 MTV VMAs while dating Marilyn Manson at the time?
Oh, yes, you did.
I did ask
I
that.
got
Okay.
it. Yeah.
All right. Here we
What
go.
was the answer? What was the answer?
Oh, the
Rose
answer is
McGowan.
why don't you tell what Sharon tell him?
Rose McGowan.
That's right.
Mm.
Okay. I don't think I asked this one. Julia Roberts canceled her wedding to Kiefer Sutherland, then flew to Dublin with which actor?
Sharon.
Go, Sharon.
Matthew Perry.
No.
Oh,
I just
have
saw him
no
on
idea.
on the interview with Diane Sawyer, so I thought maybe.
We should talk about that. Did we talk about? We didn't talk.
We
about
did
that.
talk about last show, his book.
Oh, yeah. Adam, are you venturing a guess?
No, but I'm trying to remember who I confused Kiefer Sutherland with this weekend.
Oh, I see.
I know who it was. Who's the guy in Yellowstone?
Oh,
Costner?
Kevin Costner.
Oh,
Kiefer Sutherland and Kevin Costner. I was like, yeah, Yellowstone is the guy. It's Jack Bauer. He's the guy in Yellowstone.
by the way, they just dropped a new teaser for Yellowstone. It's back on. Have you watched that, Sharon, yet?
I've watched some of it. Deb has watched more than me. I find it easy to go in and out because all I have to do in those cases is, what do they mean? What? Why'd they say that? And then I get a quick little synopsis and I'm good. So I've seen some.
She doesn't punch you in the face when you ask questions while you're watching.
Sometimes. Sometimes I'm, dodging punches, but
I see. I believe it's back. It's either November 13th or 18th is the season 5
cool.
of Yellowstone. So get ready because that's going to be epic. So the answer to this question, Jason Patrick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
He's handsome.
He's a handsome fella.
Yeah. And wasn't it Jason Patrick Gleason? Is Gleason his last name?
Oh, I
'Cause
don't know.
I believe his mother I don't remember if his mother or his father.
I know it's
um,
Patrick that ends with a C. No K.
Yes. And that I was fairly certain was his middle name, and his grandfather is Jackie Gleason.
Is he really?
Yeah.
That's my surprise tone. I haven't whipped that out in a while.
It was pretty high too.
Yeah. Really? Yeah.
I almost didn't hear it.
I don't think Gleason is in his name though.
It's his mother that was.
Yeah, probably because I
Okay.
can't find anything.
Yeah, he was cute. He was in Flatliners with them, I think.
Oh, right.
He was also in Rush with
Yeah.
which was a great movie. With what's her name? Jennifer Jason Leigh. where he plays an undercover cop that gets he goes so undercover that he sort of gets a drug problem.
Oh yeah.
And that was really good. And yeah, he was talented. And I don't know why I'm sure he's still talented, but where'd he go? I guess we've
He's
got
with Carmen
homework.
Sandiego.
He's somewhere in the world with a backpack and Diego.
And not a boy like I thought Carmen. Well, he's probably a boy, but Carmen isn't clearly.
Not at all.
Oh man. Anyways.
So I did remember my fancy segue from before because you had mentioned Mel C's book. And we do have another Brit book to talk about after. That's Prince Harry's book. So that was going to be my fancy keeping it tight segue. But I mucked that up. So on we go. We still will talk about Harry's book. But I thought that, you know what, we talked about this before we went on summer break, I think. Or maybe it was when we got back after summer. The documentary on Woodstock 99 called Trainwreck.
Yep.
3-part documentary series. Have you watched it?
Yeah. No, I think I've seen clips.
Watch the whole thing, Kel. Honestly, it's 3 parts, but they're like 45 minutes each. So you could really get it done in a night.
Is it on Netflix? Where is it on?
Yeah.
Netflix? Okay.
And it's very good. But the heads up would be to be ready to be unsettled by it all, because we know what we read about how messy it was and how poorly executed the festival itself was, and the bad stuff that came out of that circumstance and situation for everybody there. But Sheryl Crow was on the bill for that, and she's recently discussed how even she has a hard time watching the documentary, which is saying something.
Yeah,
she
it's
was
horrible.
there. Yeah, so probably like PTSD stuff. She can't deal with it, and you can't blame her because it was really not good at all, right? Like it just was bad and got worse, kind of thing. And she said that she watched part of it on an airplane a couple of days ago, or probably last week by this point. She had to turn it off. It was so disturbing, and I remember it. I remember how awful it was. That's what she said. And her set was cut short because of it.
Yeah, and didn't this was like a few, maybe even months ago now, but like because Carson Daly was there, wasn't he? I think it was. I read an article about Carson Daly, and he had to leave.
He was.
Like MTV had to get out of there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was dangerous.
They stayed till near the end though, but there was a point where they had to get out. So
yeah.
Yeah. So what did she say? It's interesting that people did stay. I almost felt like they couldn't leave. That's because they couldn't leave. It felt that way because it was that way. And you know, bad from the beginning. She said at one point something landed on my hand while I was playing my bass during My Favorite Mistake, which is an amazing song, and she plays bass on it. Sounds great. She said that's when we stopped. We played about 4 songs, and I remember saying, "Nah, not gonna do it." So, you know, putting yourself in safety first before anything else obviously is a smart idea, especially if you have to make that decision as a guest on a festival when they're not making that decision for you. You got to think for yourself. So credit to her for getting herself out of that situation. Man, history's crazy, man. All of it. Like
I'm gonna take a swig of my iced tea because of that. I wish these guys would sponsor us.
Let's why don't you give them a good camera shot? Oh yeah.
It's delicious. This one is mango green tea, and they have like, man, you're gonna love this one. I think I told you this already, Sharon. Cheeky cherry.
Ooh.
It's a good
Mama like.
It's very lovely. Yeah. Because you know what I was doing is I was drinking these I remember the things I was drinking. Yeah. And I thought they were good, but then part of me started to get a little scared, like, why are they 0 calories? You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I was like, I'm just gonna go back to sugar. So like this is probably just fully sugar, but it's less than if I was drinking soda. And I only have like it every so often, so it's good.
I'm gonna guess by the charge of your tone that it is the sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a little bit in third, ready for fourth gear. That's what I'm hearing. I like it. Because you're normally super you know, not that you're chill, but your things are in line. Who else is cute? Prince Harry. Always was, always will be, I think.
Can't argue with that.
He's a grown man now. So he's a cute father. He's now a cute author. And his brand new book, which we've talked about before on this show, is coming first week of January or into the second week of January.
It didn't have a
s-
name though the last time we spoke.
Exactly. And I like also that I think originally we had heard that it was coming out toward the holidays. And, that's a great idea for people who, want to, holiday shop and get gifts and whatever. But this, I think, is something that'll be able to stand on its own. People will buy it for sure. It's called Spare. And Spare is, well, they think the title might be in reference to his nickname growing up, which was sort of a little dig, which was that he was the spare as his brother was in line for the throne ahead of him.
Are you going to read the book?
Probably.
Maybe. I know that Deb will likely. So
And you'll ask her, so what happened then?
yeah, because you know what? We go on vacation. That's when we do the bulk of our reading. And then she'll read and close the book and go, huh. And then tell me stuff. So it's like my own audio book.
Very good. Will you read the
Yeah.
Matthew Perry one? I think I'll read that one too.
I don't think so. I'm on a backlog of books anyways. Maybe at one point in my life I might, but
Mm.
I saw him in the Diane Sawyer interview and they did well with that. I think I got the whole story there.
Mm.
And I hope that I hope that he continues on this path of doing great, because he looks happy, he looks calm, and it seems like he's doing some good, which is his priority. So I'm down with that.
J'agree.
Oh,
Adam, that's French for
français.
I agree.
I know. I heard.
It's mostly made up French.
It's
though.
mostly made up. Like
Oh.
damehood.
Exactly. I'm trying to think. Oh, we did mention that we were going to talk about the Soul Train Awards. I just want to see where we're at time wise. And
We've got time.
yeah, we do
That's
have time.
good.
So that's good. So because I skipped over it actually in my lineup of things. The Soul Train Awards and what is called the Lady of Soul Award will have to be pluralized, I think, this year, because there's more than one lady getting set to receive that award. A group whose, quote, powerful vocal harmonies laid the foundation for 90s R&B and some of today's chart-topping hits. Kelly, their sound is undeniably unique, and Adam, masterful.
Mhm.
So we look forward to honoring these multi-talented artists, say the Soul Train Awards, on R&B's biggest stage at those awards, and it's Escape.
Mhm.
How crazy is that?
Nice.
I'll have to admit, I wasn't that familiar with.
I think the story of Escape takes them back to when they were young. They would have been one of the first super groups in that regard, right, Kel?
Yeah, like they might have been like a hot step behind SWV, but
Right.
I want to say, and Adam maybe can quickly check this. I think their stuff came out because SWV was like 93-ish
Mm-hmm.
and on or whatever, 92-ish and on. But I think Escape was like 96-ish, maybe 97, something like. I think they were a little bit later on.
Well, it'll be at the end of this month,
Well,
November, that we'll get to see that those awards.
Just Kicking It, 1993.
Oh, from that was Escape.
Yeah.
Oh, great! Then I was totally wrong. Okay.
And who can I run to? 1995. Do you want to? 1995. So
Nice.
yeah.
But I think did they have hits later on in the 90s? I might also be confusing them with like 702 because there was a bunch of girl groups.
That becomes a lot more research that I will not have to do.
You will not have to do it, Adam. But when was there? Because I know they had
Hold
3
on.
albums, right? I think that did very well for them. So maybe it was spread out.
Well, it's cool that they're getting the award. It's interesting that Candy Burris has gotten some of her own attention. She was on Real Housewives, right?
Yep. Of Atlanta,
And-
I believe.
Yeah. And then wasn't she on Big Brother?
Was she?
So, Celebrity Big Brother, I'm pretty sure, like 2 years ago. And she either won or did really well.
Which one?
Candy Burris, Kandi.
She's a very talented songwriter.
Yes. And it was on that Celebrity Big Brother that she was with, what was her name? Tony Braxton's sister.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. And that's it. Tony Braxton's sister won the Big Brother.
is it Tamar?
Tamar, yeah.
Yeah.
And
How do they
Candy was
pronounce it?
on
Is it
season
Tamar or
2
Tamar?
of
I'm
Big
forgetting.
Brother.
I think it's Tamar.
Tamar. Yeah, I think that sounds right.
And Adam, what were you saying?
Big Brother starting back tomorrow. Is that what you said?
No, I did not say that, but is
Okay,
that
sorry.
happening?
No, never mind.
Okay.
Carry on. Good.
No,
Let's
it
not
was
spread false rumors.
it was Tamar Braxton that won, and they had a rift. Her and Candy Burrs had a rift for what they were doing back in the 90s. Like the rift
Oh.
was sort of deep seated, and they worked it through,
Nice.
which was nice to see on TV, especially reality TV when it can go completely the other way.
Well, that was season 2 of Big Brother.
Celebrity Big Brother.
Celebrity Big Brother, yeah.
Right. Yep. Cool. Well, there you have it. Now,
I believe the member of Escape, Tiny, is married to T.I., the rapper.
Tiny.
Yep.
It's a cute name.
I think they have like 3 kids too, I want to say.
Tiny's got 3 little kids.
Adam's doing so much research today.
Oh,
He's getting carpal tunnel.
oh,
I have
they
to say, I'm like really bummed that I was like off by like 5 years with Escape, because I can't believe, I guess I did confuse him with like 702 or something, because
That makes sense.
there was so many girl groups for a while. Remember?
Yeah.
There was Destiny's Child, there was TLC, Escape, SWV, 702. Then there was a group that was it 702 that was the group of no, that because Lisa Left Eye Lopez had a girl group also that she helped either produce or whatever, and I can't remember if they had a number or if they were called, because there was another group called Black. There was a group
Oh, with
Black,
wasn't it BLAQE?
QUE.
Yeah.
That might have been Lisa's group,
Right.
like that she helped mentor or whatever. Yeah, there was a lot of, and then there was some British girl groups,
British.
and then there was there was more heading into the early 2000s before they then girl groups weren't a thing anymore for a hot minute.
Then they were just called groups.
There was just none of them. There wasn't girl groups, I think, until Fifth Harmony came back out again. There was like a good few years where there really wasn't any girl groups.
And
And
where's Fifth Harmony now?
They're having
broken up.
solo careers.
They're what?
Having solo careers. Some of them are working pretty fine.
Well,
Yeah.
Camila Cabello was the one they booted out of
She's
that,
the one that
right?
left early.
Did
and
she
obviously-
leave or they kick her out?
No, she left.
Oh.
Yeah, and somewhere in my computer I have a picture with them because I interviewed them before she left the group. So I should
Wow.
find that and send that to the press lady too.
I have a picture with them too. They came at a Yay, you know, the Yay yogurt. Yeah, you know, the
Yeah.
frozen yogurt. They actually came to do not a performance or a meet and greet. It was a while back.
Wow.
And that must have been when
Amazing.
I did my picture with them when they were in for Virgin.
I got
So
no pictures.
yeah.
I've never
They were-
seen the picture. I know we took it, but I've never
Yeah.
seen the picture.
They were all very sweet. They were all really cool. And yeah, I think there's at least 2 or 3 of them. Well, Normani is doing well as a solo artist. And I think Lauren is also doing decent. I don't know how, like, she's not doing, I don't think, as well as Normani, but Camila Cabello is for sure the standout
Yeah.
from that group.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys.
So many girl groups, eh?
So many girl
many-
groups.
So many girl groups, so little time.
Yeah.
I did find a picture actually that from the past that I was really pleased that I came across.
Is it you and
wish-
Salt and Peppa?
No, that picture I have. It could be any picture. It might not
Oh, that's
even be
another
me.
girl group. I didn't mention En Vogue, right? They were doing their thing.
Right.
Salt and Peppa doing
Yes.
their thing, even though like rappers, but you know. By the
Yeah.
way, I think this is, and I know you're about to launch into Rewind, but I think from what I've seen on social media that Spinderella and the girls might have like called a truce.
Really?
Remember, it got quite contentious. There was a court case or a lawsuit.
Yes. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, because they're getting a star on the Walk of Fame, I believe, very soon. It might even be this Friday. It's like soon. And I think they have repaired relations on some level. So
Well, I'm happy to know that.
yeah, because I was always upset to think that, because Spinderella was with them forever, right? So
Cinderella cut it up one time.
cut it up
Come
once.
on.
Yeah. Still looking
I'm-
for this picture, Sharon?
I am. It was just one photo of me with Michael Hutchins and one of the Ferris brothers from NXS.
Mm.
It still exists. Don't worry. I just don't know where it is.
All right.
It'll be fine. Anyways, back to the show.
Time for a 90s rewind.
Weeks.
Yeah. Let's rewind. You know what? I thought we should go back to my notes here. And that will take us back to what is it, the golden age of hip hop. All this talk about girl groups and R&B stuff. That 1993 was a pretty sweet year. We referred to it a couple of times already. So let's go there and take a little sampling of what we were listening to in our headphones back in the day. How about Ace of Base? All That She Wants.
That got played a gajillion times on
Yeah.
our pop station.
And we're like, does she want another baby? I mean, that's what they say, that all that she wants is another baby.
What's happening?
Yeah. And like, I think it was more about, another boyfriend, not having yet another child.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either way, what a sing along.
What a
Mariah Carey's Dream Lover. I loved that song. And the Music
Love it.
Box album would have been her third.
Mhm.
That would have come out. Actually, Dream Lover would have come out in the summer of 93, but that's how good it was, that through to November, it was still
Mhm.
topping the charts. And how about the Gym Blossoms?
Oh yeah.
1993 was a pretty big year for them. And Hey Jealousy, if we were to go to Def Leppard's long list of hit songs, Two Steps Behind,
Mm.
two versions of that song too, and the acoustic one's pretty cool. And then, of course, there's Janet Jackson. Have you ever heard of her?
A little bit.
Yep. Well, again was the song from 93 that for my own life, in the hearing it again and again, and that you can because it's that good of a song, like that's one of those songs that helped me and my sister through my mother's death, pretty much.
Oh.
Because I think we've talked about this, and we hear we would hear the song like at particular times where it was helpful, random. And
Yeah.
you're like, okay. Like it just seemed like it was a settling tune that made everything better. And it did.
That's
Oh.
amazing. Yeah, because I know you've mentioned that about Together Again, but I didn't know that again.
You know what? I'm confusing my songs.
Okay. Oh, so we went Together Again.
Oh,
I
Kelly
did mean Together
ruined
Again.
it.
And that, you know what? We're coming up on the 25th anniversary of my mother's passing. So I've been in that sort of headspace. So when I saw Again, I'm like, oh my God, it's a song. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
So Together Again is the song that I had this magical moment with
Okay.
4 years after Janet Jackson's Again.
Yeah. Again, by the way, was Academy Award nominated.
Ooh,
Do you remember she performed it, Sharon? She was in a white pantsuit. She looked beautiful.
yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with a classic pantsuit.
No. And she was like, I think, and it was so great to see Janet Jackson, who is like, legend with fashion and all that stuff, to go to an Academy Awards, which is always like ladies in ball gowns, right? Or some kind of, but she went in a pantsuit, which was, she was probably the only one that year in 1994 that had a pantsuit, and she looked stunning. She looked amazing, and she did a great performance.
Love that. It's so interesting to talk about norms and things that, the expectation, oh, it's a gown, you have to wear a gown. Really?
Yeah.
Because you kind of don't. I mean, it's a dress code that you cannot say, especially in 2022, women wear this, men wear that. You can't say that anymore. So it's nice that she was basically a trailblazer even then.
Yeah. And if anybody actually, as of late in the last month, Janet's been at all these fashion award shows, all over, in Paris. And I think she was then she was overseas, in the United Emirates, I think somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then she might've even been at a fashion award in London. She looks amazing. And she was dressed in Alexander McQueen. I know she was at one of those shows. She did Valentino, I believe. Anyways, go to her Instagram at Janet Jackson and just she looks like she's 28 years old. It's and she looks great. All these, I know Alexander McQueen dressed her for, for their event. She looked great. And then she was in a funky thing then, and this pantsuit. Anyways, check it out. She looks awesome. And then that was actually one of the pictures I showed you. She was hanging out with Erykah Badu. Remember her and Doja Cat?
Yeah.
Because you want to be sitting beside Erykah Badu in an event, not behind her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, That's your 90s rewind.
Thank
Good
you,
job,
Sharon.
Sharon.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Just before you wrap up, quick shout out to all of our listeners who send us messages on YouTube and via other social media platforms. We appreciate it. Shane, Carolyn, Rachel, Ginger Bear, the list goes on and on. We really appreciate it. And honestly, you know what's cool? Again, because some of our listeners have now become friends, like online buddies, and they're messaging. I think Rachel was under the weather. Carolyn sent her like some kind of recipe for, I don't know if it was soup or for like a tea thing, but
That's not surprising. You know
that's
what?
amazing.
And that's the thing, we can say nice things about all the people that have reached out to us in this way and know that it's, like you're not singling anybody out, because I would say, oh, that's so Carolyn, because I've had the good fortune of meeting her in real life and having a conversation, spent time with her. But I feel like even we've never met Shane in real life, but I feel like we have. And how now we've got Ginger Bear and Rachel. It feels like it's really cool. I think that's the best part about social media and reaching out in, through 90s Now, is that we get to meet people and feel like we actually have met them, but we're connecting in this way that really matters. So thank you all very much. So on to the rest of your day, you guys. Enjoy it.
Whatever's left of it.
Whatever's left of it, whatever you're doing. Safety first. And hopefully there's Halloween candy left over wherever you are. And thank you for listening to 90s Now. Still happening.